It's a defense mechanism. No, I have not watched the new Jubilee video with the conservative parents versus or conservative teens versus liberal parents. I am excited to watch this and fucking mauled though. My brother and Adam Smith, it has been 200 years. It ain't getting better. Yeah. All right. So we watched Bojack. Sure. I just don't want to watch I want to watch it tomorrow. I just don't want to watch I want to watch something easy. Okay. I don't want to fucking watch trans related videos. Okay. I don't want to watch What Is a Woman? After having so much fun, I don't want to fuck the mood up. Okay. I'd rather. Too bad Maya wasn't here to see the memes. This Mountain Dew ain't shit. Yeah, that is what happened. What is that Lenin thing in the background? I've been wondering for a while, dude. I don't fucking know what Lenin thing. There's a million different things behind me. Stavros, can you show that Lenin thing in the background? Hassan is not telling me what it is. Hassan doesn't know you exist, chatter. Until this very moment. AOC posted a OnlyFans link to secure.actblue.com. Bro, why are you going in on this like this? It's chill. Leaked your morning tweet for tomorrow. Sorry, you guys, not streaming today. I don't know if I have food poisoning, but I shat my pants 4 times during my workout this morning. See you all tomorrow. Happening. Shabibo all in on the OnlyFans account. He's like, I thought it was actually OnlyFans. All right, let's do the conservative teens versus liberal parents. Let's maul a little bit, but in a fun way.
Is a social experiment that brings humans with opposing beliefs together. These discussions may contain viewpoints that are the result of misinformation.
It's going to make me mauled,
to seek
I
out
think.
experts and to be critical of your own biases while forming an opinion. Please see the humanity in each participant, and as always, we encourage empathy.
Nope. This video contains discussions of sensitive topics and may be upsetting to some viewers. Please be advised.
You're equating some minor inconveniences in your privileged life to
why would you assume my life is privileged?
Unsupported.
But why would you see my life as privileged, though? I don't say that about you. Why would you see my life as privileged?
I'm privileged.
Okay, that's fine, but why would you see my life as privileged?
For one, you're a man.
Don't be fucking annoying, okay? Don't be fucking annoying. This is literally conservative teens versus liberal parents is literally just the peak. It's like Jubilee videos made specifically for me, okay? I don't want to have to defend my decision to watch whatever I want to watch on this fucking broadcast because you guys want to have a little XQC moment, okay? This is not like XQC watching a Jubilee video. This video is directly in my fucking realm of interest and content. So
Step forward if you agree with the prompt. The government has no right to tell people what to do with their body.
Vaccines.
Yeah, I don't think the government has the right to tell you what you want to do with your...
Sorry.
Okay. I stood here because of vaccines, but I know a lot of you guys probably look at me like, oh, what about abortion? Now, the thing is, when it comes to abortion, 2 bodies are involved. It's the woman and it's the fetus.
what's the one dude in the background saying? He's just no, the government should fucking touch your body. I don't understand. Even conservatives are going to be yeah, vaccines, brother. I already hate this kid. Yeah, me too. I mean, dude, there's nothing more fucking annoying than the turbo virgins that are I'm a young conservative. It's bro, you didn't even arrive at these fucking positions later on in life like every other normal conservative. You know what I mean? You just chose to be fucking annoying immediately. You woke up and you were I'm literally going to be the most unlikable, most unfuckable, most sexless fucking weirdo that I could possibly be.
The fetus, you know, has a heartbeat, it has DNA. It should have rights.
When?
Life begins at conception.
That's not when the heart's there.
Heartbeat starts at 4 weeks. It's not just a clump of cells, it is life. At 21 weeks, it can live outside of the womb. Abortion ends with murder and death.
Over 90% of abortions happen within the first 10 weeks.
Get him!
That's still,
Get him,
I
mommy!
think that's not acceptable.
But they still have the potential of having life, though. The mortality rate of a fetus getting aborted is 100%. It's going to die when it's aborted.
And you're very lucky you'll never have to experience what it's like to have to make that choice.
But what if I become a father and, you know, the woman who I got pregnant wants to have an abortion? It's going to affect me.
Don't worry, dog. You don't have to worry about that, brother. Okay? Oh, shit. Don't worry about that, homie. That's not happening for you, okay? You already decided that's not happening for you. You understand? When you opened your fucking mouth and decided to be like the most annoying person on the fucking planet, that's, you know, that's when you already were like, no, I'm this guy now. I'm the worst guy. I am the worst fucking guy. Don't you worry about a thing.
You would have a discussion with your partner then and decide what you're going to do and be glad that you have a choice to even discuss with that partner.
Unfortunately, human nature, if you take away the option...
For the record, I fucking love videos like this, especially because like everyone's always saying like, oh my god, like fucking the next generation will save us. Like I can't wait for the boomers to die out, and then this is the next generation. You know what I mean? Like, so there you go. Have fun with the fucking next generation. You know?
or the right to do that, then they'll find it another way.
And it will be unsafe.
And
So if
would
I
you
don't have a
support the
choice-
mom? Would you support the mom in that scenario?
If the mom had an abortion or the
No,
mom went...
no, if she gave birth.
Oh, of course. I would support her. I'd say what you do is a good thing. And
No, support her financially for the rest of her life or for the rest of the baby's life.
Are you talking about like, what do you mean me support her? Like as a
Somebody-
citizen or?
If somebody
as a,
has a baby,
Dog hasn't even, my buddy here has not even considered child support. Like, that is like beyond the pale. Bro, this is partially because like, he's never gonna fuck, okay? So it doesn't really matter. Like, he doesn't really have to think about that, but like, he's like, what do you mean? Support him as a citizen? Yeah, dude, teach him their civic duties. That's what he's talking about. No, dumbass. They're talking about the financial responsibility of being like a fucking parent to a human being.
we do have child support and it comes from taxpayer money.
There's foster care, there's
Wait, what? Dude, he swapped it to fucking welfare queen like that, dude. He literally, oh my God. Did he just fucking turn around and go, that's why we have, the government helps? What? I thought, what a little gremlin, dude. At least to win the hypothetical, say like, yeah, of course, I'm going to be a good father. This is my responsibility. Motherfucker's like, nah, actually, I would be a total piece of shit. Like, I literally, like, want the woman to carry the pregnancy to term, and then I don't want to take care of it. Fuck
adoption,
yeah.
there's mothers waiting.
those systems are very broken, and people all the time are trying to stop funding for programs like that.
Now, I want to ask you guys, do you support vaccine mandates?
Yes.
So I mean, you step forward and said the government shouldn't tell you what to do with your body, though. Why would you support?
My issue is that I believe that the government should not be able to tell me what to do with my body, but I have to accept the consequences for the choices that I make with my body. The vaccines, for instance, I absolutely felt that everyone should get vaccinated. Why? Because this was a pandemic. But if you don't want to, I don't think the government should have to tell you that you have to. But you then have to suffer the consequences of your choices, which means you cannot patronize certain places. You can't put other people at risk.
I know you're saying they're
Spicy. Okay. Yo. Mommy, okay.
doing it to protect us. But the coronavirus has, I think, a survivor rate of almost 98%, 99%, and we're mandating these vaccines. Why are we not mandating the flu?
What's frightening to me is that you're equating some minor inconveniences in your privileged life to
Why would you assume my life is privileged?
unsupported.
But why would you assume my life is
Dog, you got a fucking John Varvatos shirt on, and you're like a young conservative. Of course you're fucking privileged. Shut the fuck up. Of course.
privileged, though? You don't know my life. I mean, I don't say that about you. Why would you see my life as privileged?
I'm privileged.
Okay, that's fine, but why would you
Oh my God, conservatives are so fucking boring and annoying, dude. Why would you say that I'm privileged? Like, what are you, triggered, you little shit? Oh my God, dude. Why is it that like no one ever that no one ever like looks at a guy like this and goes, well, you're kind of triggered right now, I think. Like, these dudes will literally say shit like, you know, trans people should not exist, right? Or like purposely fucking say harmful shit about marginalized people who are already victims of systemic violence. And then when the other side gets emotional, understandably, they're like, you're triggered. Meanwhile, he's mad that someone called him privileged. Like, come on, dude. Like, he's literally fucking losing his shit over the consequence of being called privileged, okay?
You see my life as privileged.
For one, you're a man.
You know, most people commit suicide are men. Most people who work.
God, dude, I can't. I'm like, oh, dude. Yeah, most people commit suicide that are men because they probably have fucking friends like you, dog. Holy shit, dude.
In dangerous workplaces are men. Most people who fight in war are men.
And who set that system up?
Low key, part of the reason why is unironically because like there's so many fucking circles on the internet that are like breaking kids' fucking brains to like repeat these takes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the disagreeers to step forward.
Well, I think I give a unique perspective on this because I actually do agree with the vaccine mandate. I think COVID was just a huge disaster, and I think it could have ended a lot sooner if things were more organized.
Definitely. As far as whether the government should intervene on people's bodies, I think there are a lot of instances where the government should. One, to protect the society in general, especially in cases such as a pandemic where the disease could literally wipe out cities. In other instances as well, such as drug use, I think the government should intervene because when you have a...
You missed her base take, go back. What did I miss? Bro, I just... Are so fucking frustrated, dude. Especially conservatives are so goddamn frustrating. Where they just like the men's right activist conversation is so fucking disingenuous. You want to know why it's disingenuous? Because the only time motherfuckers bring it up is when they're talking about feminism or when they're talking about like male privilege. Okay, if it truly was something you cared about, which is understandable, like you should care about the mental health of men. Okay. You would be talking about it. You'd be bringing it up. You'd be offering systemic solutions rather than just being like, women are whores and that's the reason why men are committing suicide. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm exaggerating. That's not directly what they fucking say. But the only fucking reason why you ever bring up the male suicide rate is straight up just to counter someone. If it's only just to purely engage in this like reactionary counter argument, then you don't care about it. Okay? You just don't care about any of these issues. And ironically, that is, of course, always a consequence of being privileged. A very privileged person doesn't actually have a lot of issues that they truly care about. And sometimes they're so privileged that they find new issues. Okay? They find new issues. They make up issues on their own, like white people being under attack or some shit.
Society that's addicted to opioids or crack, it spreads like wildfire, and I've seen it firsthand. It's very difficult to control without the help of government. Now, on the topic of abortion, that one's very complex. And in general, I always want to favor a woman's right to choose. But I think there's also a very fundamental question that both of you brought up: is at what point is a fetus a human or a person? Let's say a child is 8 months in the womb, and at that point, the baby has a heart. The baby has a brain, has legs, has arms. Do you think it's okay for that to be terminated?
Nobody is doing that. And nobody is having abortions with viable fetuses unless it is a medical emergency that will kill the baby and the mother.
Straight up spitting.
My name is Ben. I'm a business consultant for a telecom company, and I'm a liberal dad. When it comes to the abortion issue, I'm not exactly sure where I stand. I am not pro-choice or pro-life.
My name is Dawn. I'm a regional sales manager for a dialysis company as well as a therapist, and I'm a liberal parent. As far as my views on abortion, to be honest, it just makes me very sad. I can't believe that we are moving backwards by taking people's rights away to choose what's happening to their body.
Not being an LGBTQ plus ally makes someone a bad person.
What?
It's strong, isn't it?
Right,
a little
it's a
strong.
general way to put it. I would question someone's empathy.
That's it.
And their awareness of the other people around them, because I guarantee you know someone that.
I wouldn't have sat down for this dude. I'd be like, I'm a foe. Feel me? Straight up. I'm a foe. Sorry. I'm an LGBTQIA plus foe.
Absolutely. And their environment.
Right. Discussing the validity of the existence of other human beings isn't a political issue. That's like,
it's there.
There's something wrong with you if you like, no, trans people don't exist. Obviously they do. I would like to think that it's a safer world to be LGBTQ, but that would be naive.
Of course.
People are getting murdered for being trans, you know,
yes.
and gay. It's scary. I have 3 kids. I have 3 boys.
Oh.
One of them is trans. I worry that, I mean, for however progressive a new generation seems, that, you know, I have to think about, will there be violence done?
Yeah, you look at the fucking new generation. They're like, nah, fuck that. What do you mean LGBT ally? Fuck you.
Which, I mean, every parent worries about violence. That's part of the gig of being a parent.
Yes.
And I've got a new layer. My child is in a wonderfully privileged situation where they have a lot lot
Okay, that helps.
But as they get older, their circle gets wider, and my sphere of influence gets less effective as they get older, you know? Hi, I'm Cindy. I am a stay-at-home mom, and I am a liberal parent. One of my children came out as trans 2 years ago. Mine and my husband's response was, that's great. Would you like to go by these pronouns? And would you like...
This is a wonderful person, by the way. In a weird way, this is supposed to be blackpilling for a lot of leftists who, like, not leftists, but like a lot of liberals, like, unironically always make the mistake in thinking that, like, the next generation is going to be so much nicer and so much better and they're going to be woke. And that's, like, not true. It could not be further from the truth. But then I see, you know, older generation people like this, and I'm happy. Like, that's awesome. She seems like a great person.
Like to pick out a name. Let's make sure that we talk to a gender specialist so we know what options there are, and we'll just take this one step at a time. We'll move forward with the best information possible.
Can the disagreeer step forward?
I can provide a unique perspective on this because I'm actually bisexual. So I think not being an ally, as long as you're not harming people, you're not harassing people, you're not posting on social media that these people suck, then I don't think you're a bad person for that.
As a Christian, I don't think that being LGBTQ aligns with God's view of the family. It doesn't mean that I will disrespect.
Bro, the fucking indoctrination, dude. The fucking brainwashing. Like, how old is she? How did you arrive at these points of view? Like, how the fuck? I mean, Christianity, the real grooming, dude. That's the real fucking grooming, dude. God.
Respect them in any way. I just think that it's a sin.
As far as your faith is concerned, what would happen if your child came out to you that they were gay, bisexual, trans?
I think that if the sin is not practiced upon, it's not a problem. It can be dealt with, especially with transitioning. It usually comes from mental problems like depression, anxiety, and all those things.
So you think they can be kind of taught to not be gay?
No, I think
Pray the gay away.
Do you support conversion therapy?
No, I don't think that we can convert anyone into doing anything. I would not ostracize my child, but I would not support it, just like I don't support any sin.
So I think that
I would not ostracize my child, but I would not support it. What the fuck does that mean, dude? Like, literally, what the fuck does that mean? What? So you would ostracize your child? Like, that makes no sense.
if you want to be transgender, you could be transgender. We live in again, I said, a free nation. But if you're asking for my opinion, I believe that men and women are completely different. We have different chromosomes, different bone structure. If you are a transgender woman, I still view you as a man. You could express yourself as a woman, that's fine. But I don't believe that society should automatically, say that, okay, you're a woman. Let's say, for instance, there's
Okay, but then you're like, so you don't. Like, so you don't want trans people to like. This is basically revealing that one, gender is an expression, and admitting that, and then turning around and basically being like, gender is an expression, but also I do not agree with your expression, and also I don't think anyone else should agree with that expression. So okay, so that doesn't mean you want them to live. You just want them to fucking not exist. Okay? Do you get it? Do you understand? Because like, then you are supporting all the other people who are at least braver than you with their fucking horrifying worldview. They at least like openly state it. You know what I mean? Biology and self-identity are different. Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because you have no fucking idea what someone's chromosomes are. Do you get it? You don't know what they have in their fucking pants. And I know that you immediately go to like the assumption that like, well, someone is fucking, if they're not passing, they're not, they're not doing the expression or whatever. But like ultimately, it's literally a everyday expression. What the clothes you choose to wear, the way you choose to look, shaving, these are all gender affirming things that you end up doing. Okay, you're doing it. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of fucking trans people that you would never even assume they're trans or have any idea. And if you were to point to them in a fucking crowd, you would not use you would not misgender them, because it would not be appropriate to misgender them, because contextually speaking, for example, you would literally be like, well, that's, give that man over there give that man over there my bag. Or people will look at you like there's no man there, right? It's just so stupid. So if you can comprehend that, and passing is not the end all be all of fucking being trans or anything like that, or being valid, right? If you can comprehend that, you basically should be able to comprehend that it's all an expression across the board, and that you should treat people with the respect that they deserve. It's so weird. It's just, it's a very strange thing. And that's why Ben Shapiro, for example, will unironically correctly gender a trans woman sometimes, stop, and then misgender them just to be fucking cruel. That's why there have been plenty of instances of Ben Shapiro actually fucking correctly gendering a trans woman, stopping, and then misgendering them deliberately. People who demand respect deserve it the least. What? That kid's so dumb. Genders are archetypes. People who demand respect deserve it the least. Stop judging people seriously, boomers. What? I mean, people who demand respect deserve it the least. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm failing to understand. But like, that could be a fucking that could be a he could be like shitting on conservatives, to be honest, because conservatives demand respect all the time.
18-year-old biological man, but says that they are a woman now, they still have male genitalia. They could walk into a woman's locker.
$5, this idiot makes an Instagram post or something about you canceling him. Oh, 100%. I'm sure he has a TikTok account. And then he'll fucking make a TikTok video about how like I canceled him, or how I was like bad at debating or something. And I'm sure he'll be able to clip something like from this entire 20 to 30 minute fucking video that's going to be on my YouTube page. And then all the other fucking pathetic losers who are so close to just ending it all, that fucking spend all of their moments watching, like hate watching, will go there to be like, dude, you're so smart. You're so awesome. You're so fucking right, actually. And then, he'll think like, oh yeah, this is it. I did it. I'm getting the attention. And then all those fucking haters will move on to the next person that does the same thing. They don't become your permanent fans. So for the record, like, they're my fans. For anyone and everyone who wants to make like fucking hate videos about me, I'm gonna tell you right now, those motherfuckers, they love me, okay? They love me so much, they don't give a fuck about you. They will give you clicks if you make like one fucking video, but they're not gonna be your fans. Because unfortunately, they're my biggest fans. You know, it's sad. But they're bigger fans than my fucking stands, if we're being honest. Anyway, let's continue.
Room and show off their male genitalia. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's okay.
That's not happening.
It is happening though.
Is it really happening?
That is literally transphobia.
It could happen though.
It's rare though, but
and not even a trans. It could just be a creepy guy, like pretending to be.
Yes, creepy guys are. I'm in much more danger in a women's restroom from a cisgender straight creepy guy
I know, but
than I am a trans
gives them
person.
the excuse, you know. That's what I'm trying to say.
So do you support gender-neutral bathrooms, like women and men
Yes.
can go into the same bathroom? Do you think that could increase the chances of rape or assault?
They already exist. It's
Dude, that's such a dumb fucking argument, dude. It's such a stupid fucking argument. I can't believe conservatives still try to use it. Okay. Crime happens because people are fucking interested in doing crime, okay? When you talk about like, oh, well, rapes will happen. Dude, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Do you think there is like a protective shield when you're like, well, I'm trans, and then everyone was like, oh, I guess this is not a rape then? No, rape is rape. It's totally separate from like a trans person existing, okay? It is so incredibly weird to like try to so desperately pin this on trans people existing, okay? That's not a thing. That's not a real thing. And every single time people try to do that, it's always so obvious that this is like a person who it wasn't even fucking trans, and people were just like pointing to them being trans and saying they're fucking trans just to like literally use a horrific act of crime, a horrific act of violence against trans people as a talking point. Okay? It's so stupid. No one is doing that, and it's more so a self-report on your fucking twisted, distorted worldview that you're like, what, you're gonna like secretly act like you're trans so you can do rapes? Like, okay, well, you're still going to jail, you know? Shut the fuck up. And there's no stats to back this up anyway. It's just a fabrication. It's just a made-up thing. Literally an MRA saying men are rapists so we can win an argument. Yeah.
interesting that men are only concerned about this rape in the bathroom when we're having a conversation about trans folk.
But gender-neutral bathrooms just stem from this idea, though.
No, this idea that rape is going to suddenly go on the rise because of gender-neutral bathrooms stems from transphobia.
Like, dude, they're literally about someone, if they're about to do a rape, how are you so stupid that you think like the women's restroom versus the men's restroom is what's stopping them? Do you think that's like a protective barrier, you fucking idiot? Like, how fucking stupid can you be? It's like, there's a guy, they're gonna do a fucking rape, right? And then they walk up and they see the woman outside of the fucking bathroom door and they're like, oh, fuck! God damn it, dude! Oh, shucks. Guess I can't do it today. You know what I mean? That's like, that's what you think is happening?
I'm Eden, I'm 16 years old, and I'm on the conservative teen side. I think that transitioning does more.
This girl will change her fucking attitude, dude. She's too young. She's 16 years old. Like, she's not. I don't think she's gonna be like this forever. No shot.
Harm than good, and I think that we are born in the body that we're given, and we should stay that way. God has created us in His image, and I don't think we should change the way we are.
Owning a gun is a basic human right.
I absolutely hate hearing about school shootings on the news and just shootings in general.
Yeah, that actually did work, by the way. The Loudoun County, exactly. Remember when Christian Walker brought that up in Loudoun County? And he just straight up lied and said they said that a trans girl raped another girl in the bathroom when it was actually a cishet guy who raped a girl that they were literally in a relationship to beforehand. And they just straight up lied about it. And conservative media kept up with that lie, even though they corrected the record. And it doesn't matter, like, because once again, what did I tell you? They just make shit up all the time, dude. Like in Uvalde, what was the first thing conservatives did? 19 children are dead. 3 adults are dead in a fucking elementary school. The first thing conservatives did was say, this is a trans person that did this. because they care more about fucking murdering and hate criming trans people than they do about preventing the death of children. Okay? Understand that. They just randomly framed a random trans woman on the internet. It's so fucking insane. So if people do that, then obviously, like, they're going to do this shit all the time too. It's the same energy.
It's horrible. You know, this isn't like, you know, Spider-Man's not going to save people. People have the right to protect themselves.
A lot of mass
Every time I say Loudoun County or Loudoun County, every fucking dumbass North Virginian a dickhead comes in here and tries to correct me on how to say it. I literally do not care about this fucking defense contractor ass county, okay? I do not care. I will never say it correctly. Shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off, people from Virginia. Shut the fuck up, okay?
Leaders target gun-free zones because they know there's not going to be a person who's going to fight against them or shoot them back. There's a lot of mass shootings at schools, and that's because schools have gun-free zones. I view owning a gun as a right to defend myself.
Yeah,
you look at
that's why there's a
that
lot of mass shootings in schools. Because schools are a gun-free zone. That's why, you know. And not because of the prevalence of guns. Totally. Except literally all the fucking schools that have had mass shootings recently have had, like, you know, armed police officers and shit there. So it's not exactly a fucking gun-free zone. You know what I mean?
that have banned guns in the past. The USSR, Nazi Germany, you look at China under Mao Zedong, they stripped their citizens of arms so they could oppress them. And I think the reason why our founding fathers...
Nazi Germany did not take away guns from everyone, okay? This is just fucking false. They always use, these dumbasses always use, like, fucking Nazi Germany wanted to, like, do abortions. It's like, yeah, dude, not the fucking... Nazi Germany banned abortion for white people, okay? They made it illegal to be a white couple and get an abortion. They also euthanize people on the side. Also, I don't think the Mao thing is correct either. What the fuck is he saying? Like, why is your example of countries, historic countries, that have unironically used a lot of fucking guns to do their bidding, okay? There are better contemporary examples that you could fucking use, okay? Like, for example, I don't know, New Zealand, Australia, many of the fucking European social democracies. Like, there are plenty of fucking countries that you can use that are actually robust and wonderful, successful examples of having reasonable gun control, okay?
Fathers enshrined the Second Amendment is because they wanted us to protect ourselves against tyrannical government and to protect ourselves against danger around us too.
I think that from a woman's perspective, if as a woman you get into a dangerous situation, for example with a man, having a gun and knowing how to use a gun is the only way that will protect me. Having my tiny little pepper spray won't help me forever. I think definitely if you take away guns, the bad guys will always get their guns one way or another.
I live in Los Angeles, and LA has strict gun control laws. This is my perspective of it. I think LA has become a more dangerous city, and I feel very unsafe walking down the street, just not armed. Crime is on the rise in America, and I think one of the ways to stop crime is by owning.
Bro, you feel unsafe walking down the street? Oh, thank God this dude doesn't have guns, bro. Thank God thank God for gun control in fucking California. First and foremost, California actually is an example of gun control being profoundly successful. California's, gun violence per capita rate is literally significantly lower than the national average, okay? So clearly, California has actually done something very successful with gun control. I don't like the gun laws in California when I want to shoot an AR-15 and I can't use a pistol grip. Certainly, it's annoying. But ultimately, that's a L I will fucking take. Okay? That's an L I will take. Ultimately, it helps. It clearly helps. It demonstrably helps. This homie's out here living in fucking Beverly Hills being like, I am so scared. Thank God he doesn't have a gun. Because he's going to shit his fucking pants and then end up shooting a random person that's like walking behind him down the street. Okay? Why is there so much gun crime in Chicago? Chicago, California? Are you joking? You mean Chicago Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because the accessible weapons in Illinois are so easily acquired in a short fucking trip over the border to any of the states that are around Chicago, around Illinois.
A gun.
I definitely think that there should be this control in place to who buys guns. You couldn't just be able to go to a store and buy a gun. There should be regulations into who buys guns and who shoots a gun.
I actually debated whether or not I was going to sit down because I do believe people have the right to bear arms. I do. My issue
Anyway,
kind of arms they're bearing. I believe people should get to go hunt, but do you need a semi-automatic rifle to do that?
like this dumbass in the beginning talked about male suicide rate. Maybe you didn't know this, and maybe you're about to find out, but at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. I'm sorry to do that fucking segue really quickly. I'm going to move on from it. Just literally, I was reminded randomly. I'm going to run the ad break right now, but then we're going to get back to the male suicide rate. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime. Male suicide rate. He talked about the male suicide rate. He's from literally fucking California. As far as the male suicide rate goes, hey, thank you, Rendo, for the 5 gift the subs. Ecom Mang, thank you for the 10 gift the subs. The reason why the male suicide rate is so high is because ease of access to weapons, okay? Men tend to use guns to kill themselves. When they tend to use guns to kill themselves, they are more successful at killing themselves. That's just the truth. So you can't fucking on the one hand literally be like, what about the male suicide rate? And then simultaneously be like, everyone should have a gun. It is the most effective, most lethal method, okay? Bad take us on. Male suicide rate has nothing to do with guns. What does it have to do with?
I'll tell you personally, I'm afraid of guns personally myself, but I just think there need to be stricter regulations with it.
But the majority of people who die by gunshot are women in a domestic violence situation. So mass shootings definitely don't want automatic rifles, against that, nobody needs them, but the most dangerous gun is the one in your home.
I do want to ask you a question. Do you think that women should have the right to bear arms to protect themselves against?
Yeah, I'm not against the right to own guns. The prompt was, do you think
there are no guns in the UK and the male suicide rate is higher too? Of course there are other factors, man. We're talking about suicide. I'm saying one of the factors though is ease of access to weapons and using more lethal methods. Like, none of this can be reduced to a singular factor, with the exception of guns being easily accessible, readily available, and easy to fucking acquire.
I think owning a gun is a human right.
But do you think?
And I don't agree with that.
In my perspective, I grew up in a gun-riddled neighborhood. I myself am a gun owner now because of the fact that I had to create some type of means of self-defense.
So why did you disagree?
I disagree because I would prefer not to be. I think it's not a human right as much as almost a necessity for a lot of people. And not everyone. There's a lot of neighborhoods that are very safe, but even in a safe neighborhood, you can be robbed, you can be killed. I've been stuck up several times with a gun to my face, and all I could think of is, man, if I die, it's gonna be because I didn't have a weapon to help protect me.
Do you think that we should take away all guns from the entire world?
Yes, if there was like a magnet, like Magneto from X-Men, and he just suck up all the guns, I think that would be such a better place.
My political opinions have hurt my relationships with friends and family.
During 2020, when America got really politically intense, my teacher, she was very politically active, and she wanted us to speak our voices. And they found I was conservative, and they said, "Okay, you're completely going against what we believe. Like the whole school is very liberal," and I guess they just kind of pushed me away.
Did you feel like you would get bullied
No,
after?
I'll just get looks. Some people come up and say, you're a racist or you're xenophobic. You know, they would tell me, oh, do you support Trump? But I just brushed it off. I told them, hey, I respect that you think like this. Please respect me.
I think that is, whether or not we have the same ideas, I think that is still an admirable quality.
Yeah.
Despite getting looks or feeling like maybe you don't belong, that you're still, you have your convictions.
Yeah.
So I can respect that you're convicted.
Yeah.
I think being liberal, we think of the right as being stuck in the sand. It's interesting to hear that liberals were not having his right opinion. I think that everyone should have their opinion.
Well, I think we're talking about issues that aren't a matter of opinion, but a matter of your morality, the value of human lives. I've had to personally block a few people on Facebook, family members.
Oh, wow.
Mostly men that are married to the women in my family. I'm like, hey, this conversation is really getting personal and hurtful. And if you carry on this way, I'm going to have to block you.
Were they harassing you?
I feel very harassed. Yeah, I'm belittled.
Were you ostracized, or was there someone that you...
I think on my end, it was myself. I understand people have different beliefs, and I respect that. And I think it's good for everyone to share their beliefs. That's the way we progress. But I think when people become ignorant or offensive consistently without any type of evidence or any type of backup behind that, that's the point where I say, you know what? I probably shouldn't be friends with you because you may smile in my face, but behind my back, you have a different sentiment.
I haven't lost any relationships because me and my friends don't really dive into politics. We kind of just play video games and talk about comics together. I think if you lose a relationship over politics, that's kind of sad.
Unfortunately, it's a part of growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully you won't lose any friends, but usually as you get older, you start to see those divides a little clearer.
I mean, you guys are
sometimes.
older than us. Was it like this going back 20 years ago?
Politics has changed so much, and I think you touched on it, that now it's being associated, policy is being associated with ethics. I haven't lost any friendships or relationships because I won't allow that to happen. I believe that the majority of us, probably about 80%, are in the middle with varying degrees. And there are those people who are very, very conservative, very, very ultra-liberal, who are the outliers.
But I think it's subtle. Where you have somebody that you meet with on a regular basis, you talk with them, you have a good time. If topics get brought up, and it's a oh, okay, you're one of those. They don't tell you that to your face, but it's kind of subtle.
And also, I think with the prevalence of social media, people's opinions are a lot more out there.
I never understood why anyone posted political opinions on social media. I think it's just annoying.
Well, I have 3 kids. They know more about politics than I did
know.
when I was of voting age.
It's annoying, yeah.
I think it's very encouraging because they're going to be more informed when they are of voting age.
I mean, yeah, it makes life more divisive. I mean, there's more arguments and stuff, and more relationships ending because politics is such a big part of life.
Hi, my name is Scott. I am a liberal parent. I have many children. I have 4. My oldest daughter is extremely left-wing. My 2 middle daughters are roughly right in the middle there. And then Chase is conservative.
My name is Chase. I'm 19 years old, and I'm on the conservative teen side. My dad's Scott. We talk about politics, mostly gun rights and the government in the economy. We disagree, but we like hearing each other's side.
The feminist movement is overrated.
Damn.
The reason I sat down is because feminism as we know it in social media and the marches is generally run by white women, and we don't have a lot of intersectionality. Margaret Sanger?
Sanger,
yeah,
yes.
And
Susan B. Anthony?
Susan B. Anthony, total racist. The women that headed up the suffragette movement, they were not inclusive.
Of course, yes.
And they wanted rights for white women.
That's true.
And that thread has followed us to be very exclusionary to black women, disabled women, women of color, indigenous women.
I don't think that feminism in America is based off racism. The reason why there's more white feminists is because there's a higher white population in America. So generally there's going to be more white feminists because of that.
What?
I think that definitely in the beginning of
He's defending white feminism. He's like, dude, anything that's like even a little bit center right, like I got it. Like I'm on board. You know what I mean? He's just like, as long as it's more, he's such a reactionary. He's like, as long as I can contradict what you're saying, I'm literally an advocate for it. She should have just like tried it out by being like, I guess she did. She was like, I don't like feminism in America. The kid would be like, nah, actually, feminism is sick. I love feminism, dude. Shut the fuck up. There you go, bro. It's just like, this is what happens when you don't have any fucking like legitimate perspective on life. No moral compass, no moral system, nothing.
feminism, feminists wanted votes for women, that women would be allowed to work, would be allowed to go to universities and such. I definitely agree with that, but I think that feminism has gone too far into saying my body, my choice, and saying that women are not.
She's like, I'm a 16-year-old girl and my body is not my choice, okay? No, the government should be able to tell me exactly what to do. I've decided. And that maybe women shouldn't be able to vote. Well, she's like, you know, feminism was fine when women weren't able to vote and then like they wanted to be able to vote, but like this whole like my body, my choice, like what the fuck is that about? I really do believe that like the government should, you know, influence my body.
All equal, saying that women are being.
Abortion is killing somebody, man. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you should actually do that, okay? Even if that's your perspective, straight up, dude, that's a good thing, okay? Fuck yeah. Do you understand? Fucking dope, dude.
Suppressed by white men and such things.
Maybe you should have been aborted. You know, think about that.
No, we got a long way to go. There's just not enough done.
In America or just in the world in general?
Well, America, for sure. The world in general is a heck of a lot worse than America.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that women should be able to do everything that men can, but we also have to protect ourselves. So if you want to be a stay-at-home mom and do one of the hardest jobs on the planet, you absolutely should be able to do that. But you should also discuss with your partner and put in things into place so that you're protected if you choose to do that. Some women aren't doing that, like life insurance and things like that. I think part of feminism is being able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Capitalism is failing our society.
Yeah. I'm watching conservative teens versus liberal parents. You want to say bye?
Hilarious, yeah. Bye, everyone.
You are a freak, dude.
Thank you.
Davi baby's out.
I'm out. The fucking pool rocked. Thank you for next time I'll come on an off day when you don't have to fucking sit here and
There's no off days, baby. I'm working every day. That's how it is.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Go stream the special, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.
You're almost at 400K, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I think.
Hell yeah.
All right, peace, dude.
All right, babe.
Dude. Oh, you did hit 400K. You did. God damn it, bro. Eat the fucking cock right now. You got off, dude. You
put it in my ass.
You literally, you fucking, god damn it, dude.
You know.
He did. It's at 401. God damn it, dude. He's running away. He's literally running away right now. All right, we're going to make you eat the cock next time. Yeah. Chad will never let him live this down. Betrayal. Capitalism is failing our society. Oh shit! What the fuck? Look at
system that just values production, consumerism, until you die. Doesn't work for anybody but a very, very, very small percentage of billionaires, and it's all baloney. The system is rigged to keep workers working, and the rich just keep getting richer.
Yeah, I think there could be some good in capitalism, which is like the innovation part of it. But in general, capitalism definitely sucks from the poor. There's a lot of industries that definitely shouldn't have any capitalism involved at all. The medical field, it's unjust that certain people get better care than other people just because they're more financially well off. Who are they to determine the value of life? The healthcare system creates such profit, and that profit is created off the misery of others, of the illness of others, including the prison system, where you have jails that are privately owned, because at that point, what you have is a hotel, and you want to fill up the hotel. Why would there be a business that profits off of crime? That doesn't make any sense. If you put profit ahead of people, people are going to suffer, obviously.
There's nothing more to add to that. Let's hear what these fucking weirdos have to say.
So you said like only the billionaires succeed in capitalism, and I gotta disagree with that because I'm the CEO of my own company a couple months ago.
Come on, bro. You're 19 years old, dog. What's your company? What are you, like, you made 3 TikToks. One of them went viral, and now you do drop shipping, okay? Actually, I'm the CEO of my own company. Yeah, okay, dude. Actually, I'm the CEO of my own company, and we're going to the literal moon with Mooncoin.
Ago, I started a jewelry company, and I'm not a billionaire, but it's been relatively successful enough to I can make rent and go through college a bit. So I think there's people like me who own a small business who capitalism really benefits.
I really need to hear from his dad on this. Come on, bro. Come on, Dad. Get in there.
If capitalism isn't the solution, then what is the solution?
Do you want to hear it?
Socialism?
Socialism.
So the problem with democratic
this is too much. She's too based. What the fuck's going on? What is happening, dude? What is happening at this fucking Jubilee? I'm losing my mind. This is the most this is awesome. Okay, Cindy. I love that.
Talk about how capitalism hurts the middle class, but in reality, if democratic socialism was tried, the middle class are going to be paying way more taxes, not just the rich. You see, the rich don't pay taxes because they don't work. They make money off assets. The middle class, they work.
Yeah, assets are also notoriously non-taxable. I don't know if you guys know that, but there's no way to tax assets. I made a really good argument here. Yeah, that's the best part. You know what I mean? Whenever Republicans say stuff like this, like conservatives say something dumb shit like this, and they think they've killed it. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I was hitting. You know, I that shit was fucking. Oh man, I really dropped a couple fucking dimes in there. You know what I mean? And everybody loved it. It's like, no, you're just an idiot who has never even thought about anything beyond what you have heard from Ben Shapiro. Tax the assets.
And because they're working, they're going to pay more taxes under a proposal like Bernie Sanders or, I don't know, AOC or Ilhan Omar.
I personally am okay with paying higher taxes. I would love people who make billions of dollars to pay their fair share of taxes. But increased taxes for a better situation for people overall, that is exactly what I stand for.
I'm not sure that socialism is the answer. Yugoslavia before World War II did okay, but they didn't do all that great, and they were taken over quite quickly. What I'm thinking is capitalism, although is not the best solution, is one of the best solutions for a democratic society.
Think about socialism, you think about wealth distribution. And then money becomes a very big role too, because the ones that have less money become...
Bro, I don't want to be disrespectful. She's 16 years old, but goddamn, bro. She is just sit this one out, Eden. Come on. It's not directly related to Christianity or God or some shit. Just say the homophobic stuff. Don't... This is so sad. It's literally watching... I don't know. I mean, it's like watching a child because she is a child. But this is like watching a very dumb child try to repeat rehearsed lines. You know what I mean? I feel as though they just lock her in a fucking dark room and just read, I don't know, Bible verses to her all the time. There's nothing behind those eyes. It's so sad.
I'm envious of those that have more money. And then money is it becomes a god because you don't want anyone else to have that money but yourself. And if you, for example, look at the Scandinavian countries, they have a capitalistic market, but they have a socialist wealth distribution. And that's why it works over there. And I personally come from Europe, so I have seen that.
So you think that works?
I personally don't think that.
Okay, take it back. She's making an advocacy. She's making an argument for social democracies. What the fuck? Which, by the way, I mean, it's still capitalist, but what? Where is she from in Europe? What is happening, dude? What?
That works. I think it takes a lot of money from the rich and from the middle class.
My name is Nathan. I'm 18 years old. I would like to ask the other side if they believe America is the greatest country in the world. If they disagree with that, I want to know what country they believe is better than America. I do believe it's a blessing and it's a privilege to live in a country that gives.
Like most European social democracies are just better. Straight up. Canada. Like pretty much every other OECD nation, I think. Like, especially if you're poor or middle class. That's such a dumb question. Like, have you met a person? Like, I don't understand. Have you asked a person, like, why? Conservatives act like it's only America, Latin America, and like the rest of the third world, okay? In the eyes of conservatives, the world is literally America, not that gay shit over there in fucking Europe. I don't know what's happening over there. There's nothing there, obviously. And then just fucking third world countries that we are bombing or we are destroying, okay? Nothing else. Nope, none of that. That EU? No, I don't know what that is. Doesn't exist. Nope, no, of course not. Japan? Nope. Not real. Not a real country. Shut the fuck up. La 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 la. The only countries that America compares itself to is countries that it's currently in the process of fucking destroying.
Gives you the liberty and freedom and to express who you want to be.
The American dream is dead.
I gotta say, I disagree with the phrase American dream and American dream for who? You know,
God forbid countries have flaws. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. Oh God, a fucking annoying little Star Wars nerd who's like using Star Wars to defend American empire. Ironic. Bro, there's flaws, okay? But America is not necessarily the fucking small neurodivergent being that you're making it seem. You know what I mean? Hey, man, why are you making fun of America, okay? It just has some fucking flaws, but, like, ultimately it's trying its fucking best, all right? It's trying its fucking best, dude. Just, oh my God. Literally, the greatest superpower on the fucking planet. The most bloodthirsty, maniacal, parasitic fucking force of evil on the planet. The wealthiest nation on the planet that can't even fucking, help its own citizens, dude. Holy fuck. And it's like, oh no, they're just a small bean, dude. I love completely missing the point of Star Wars, by the way. But, yeah. I love completely missing the point of Star Wars. Like, I'm not even a big Star Wars fan by any means, but like, come on, dude. My man literally said he tailored it off of like the Viet Cong, okay? Fighting against the American Empire. Like the rebels. Like George Lucas, if you watch this video, he will tell you that this is like the rebels fighting against the American Empire are unironically like, the brave anti-authoritarian anti-imperialists. Anyway.
Native Americans we slaughtered, the enslaved people. I mean, this romantic idea that there's this dream is just basically marketing for capitalism. You know, it's very well funded propaganda, and has it inspired good acts and good people to do good things? Of course, because ultimately, in a large sense, humanity is good. But this idea of the American dream, I think, is... I
thought the analogy is more towards Nazis there. Some could say, when you're facing down the barrel of a gun, there's not that much difference between either empire. You know. So yes, you are right. It is Nazis. It's America envisioned as Nazis. Yeah. Both.
I think the fantasy of it is being torn apart a little bit. And I think that's actually exciting because it opens up room for something better, something more inclusive to grow.
I think the phrase is kind of corny, but the idea that someone's like building themselves up in capitalism, I feel like that I kind of have done that a bit with my business. So I don't think it's dead.
I need to know what this dude's business is, bro. Holy fuck. Yeah, the American dream is alive because I myself am personally, relatively well off, had a good, comfortable beginning, but as a 19-year-old can LARP as a fucking CEO with a small business. That's nice, dude. The jewelry.
I do think the American dream is dying though. You know, the American dream now is not the same as it was 30 years ago. Have a family, buy a home, have a great job, but now it's very difficult to buy a home. Income has not increased compared to the price of a house. You know, I do think it's dying though, but I don't think it's completely dead because there's a lot of immigrants who are still trying to come to America. America does have the highest immigrant population. 14% of our population are immigrants. We have a lot of people on our southern border, and I think they all want to come to America.
Yeah, I think the American dream still exists, and I can speak firsthand because my family came from a third world country. But so does the American nightmare. The people suffering, not just here, but also around the world due to policies, due to exploitation, due to colonization, due to a lot of issues that are directly at hand to America. So there's a lot of blood on the United States' hand. And a lot of people don't want to leave their home country, but the situations that have been created there are forcing people to leave. Like my mother would have loved to stay in Mexico, but unfortunately due to poverty, which had a lot to do with NAFTA and what happened in 1994, directly caused by the United States, issues that created this migration. So is it a better opportunity here? Yes, my people come here and we send our money back to our ancestors. Would we just like to stay where we're from? Yeah, that would be a much better option.
As an immigrant myself, I definitely
Great.
think that the American dream still exists. We long for the opportunities that people have here in America, for the job opportunities that people have, the innovations that are available in this free market economy, this capitalist country.
Seriously, Latin Americans and Chud Americans don't even know what NAFTA is. No, Chud Americans know NAFTA. A lot of fucking working class people that have resentment. You're not right about that. You're wrong about that. But no, the real difference is Latin American immigrants can be like relatively conservative when it comes to social issues, which this man is not really that conservative, but they are unironically very much pro big government. Like straight up will say that they are pro big government, you know?
So the American dream is in the eye of the beholder. If you're an immigrant or if you live here, it's different. It's going to be different.
I don't like the idea of the American dream, but I am a person who's still going to always believe in hope. If you work hard and you take advantage of opportunities, you can make a difference in your life. I mean, you're an example of it. I'm so amazed by you. I think it's awesome what you're doing at such a young age. I am very, very impressed with you three. My hope for you is that you stay open-minded and that you're always willing to be learners and not just listeners.
Yeah.
So.
All right, great.
Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Be a good lawyer someday, Nathan.
Thank you.
Ay. Cindy was incredible. That was a good ass fucking video overall. Great video overall. Very much. Milo Yiannopoulos was hired by Marjorie Taylor Greene as an unpaid intern. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm tired. I had a fucking long ass day and I kind of feel like shit. And I think it's because